I have a very hot topic that I want to talk to you about today. And it's specifically important because at the moment, a lot of us are spending time at home. And so you're in really close proximity with the people in your life that you have the most important relationship with. And here's the thing, the people in your life that you have the most important relationships with are also the people that you have the most breakdown in your relationship with. Why? Because it's the vulnerable place. It's the place where we open up our heart and the place that we have to be vulnerable, because isn't it true that if you're not vulnerable, if you're not open, you can't really have a relationship, can you? Because you can't have a relationship on the surface like you can have with people maybe at work or at the gym or other places where you can say, hi, how you doing? And then you walk out and everything's fine. But with the intimate relationships, fears start to come into the picture because we have to open our heart. In order for us to have a healthy relationship, we need to work with a few things. And today I'm going to give you the 3 hottest things that I believe truly breaks your relationship, and how you can turn your relationship from being in suffer mode to flourishing in your life. So let's start with number 1. The biggest reason that your relationship right now is failing or is in suffer mode is because you have expectations and rules in your relationship. You might say, well, and I need to have rules or expectations and regulations, otherwise, I have no control. Well, that's the problem. If you have a rule or a expectation in your relationship, you are limiting yourself and setting yourself up for failure and setting yourself up for disappointment. Because imagine this. If you have a rule in your relationship that this has to happen in order for me to be happy in this relationship, your vision goes from being open and wide and loving and grateful to being very tunneled vision, and you're waiting for this thing to happen. They have to show up a certain way. They need to say this. They have to confirm that you are beautiful, or that they love you every single day. They have to buy you flowers. They have to do certain things, and if they don't do it, you get disappointed. But what becomes the problem here is you become disappointed, and then you blame the relationship for not being good enough, for not showing you what you expect to get. So if you have rules and regulations in your relationship, you are damaging your relationship and you're strangling it, because nobody is going to live up to your rules. Nobody will ever do that. How many times have you thought, oh yeah, I'm just going to put that in the corner and then I hope that they're going to see it and move it out, like the trash, for example. I'll put the trash by the door and then I'm expecting them to see it, and then they don't see it when they go out, and then I get angry at them for not taking the trash out. But you didn't even ask them, can you please take the trash out? You are expecting them to see things. You're expecting them to see what you need. But people are not mind readers. You need to tell them what it is that is important to you. But if you could take all of those rules and regulations and expectations that you have in relationship, and then you turn them into gratitude, and you turn them into happiness, you turn them into just being happy for them being them, can you see how life will be different? So if you don't expect people to do something, but you're just grateful for whatever they do for you, and you just feel like, oh my God, I'm just so grateful that they're doing this for me, instead of missing everything that they do for you because you're expecting them to do something, and so your tunnel vision is there. This is the number one reason why your relationship is failing right now. The number 2 big reason why your relationship is failing is because you're trying to change your partner. So for example, you have a value of something. Oh my God, personal development is the most important thing in the world. And because you're so fulfilled with this personal development being so important, listen to that word, personal development. For example, growing as an individual, or maybe there's a religion that you believe in and it's so important to you and it means everything to you. So what happens is you think it means so much to you that you have this idea that it has to mean something as much to your partner, which means you try and manipulate and change them so that they will also think this is great. But what happens again? You're going from being grateful and just being happy that you have this person in your life to tunnel vision and strangulation mode. If you want somebody to be influenced by the things that you are doing and inspire them, you want to be an inspiration by doing it yourself, allowing them to be them. And if they are interested in whatever it is that you're doing, they will come when they don't feel pushed by you. Because as much as you're trying to get them to change, they are running away from you. Because when you strangle something, they don't want to be with you. So this is the second thing that I see in relationships, why relationships suffer and why they struggle. Relationships are meant for you to flourish. Relationships are designed for you to be challenged. You don't want somebody that's exactly like you. If you have somebody that's exactly like you, then you'll be bored. You'll be like, yeah, I know what they're going to say now. Because they don't challenge you. But if they say the opposite to what you believe, if they challenge your belief system, you're going to get triggered. And it's great because it makes you learn more about yourself. It makes you have a greater visual about, oh, there's other ways of thinking things as well. There's other views that I can also adapt if I want to. The third thing that I see with the relationships and why they break down is your past fears. So your brain, we've talked about this before, something happens in your life, you've got limiting beliefs, I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy of being loved, then you get into a relationship and you want that partner to fix you. And so you have so much fear in the relationship and fear of the past that happened to you before. And so what happens is you manifest that in your now relationship. So you destroy your relationship by being addicted to not getting what you got in the past, so you get it again. I hear this all the time. I hear people say, Anna, why does this always happen to me? Why do I always get into these kind of relationships? Because that's what you fear the most. And guess what happens? What you fear the most, you attract into your life because you get what you focus on. You don't get what you want. Remember that. You get what you focus on. So if you don't want a relationship that's going to damage you, stop focusing on the worst case scenario. Stop focusing on this person's going to cheat on me because that's what that person did, so this is going to happen again. You're manifesting crap in your relationship. You're manifesting the person to be, you know what, I might as well cheat because she's expecting me or he's expecting me to cheat, so I might as well do it. Because that's what I'm getting all the time. I'm hearing it all the time. If you don't have trust in your relationship because you had some issues from your past, you're going to sabotage the relationship that you're in right now as well. You'll sabotage it. And then you'll be, oh, here's that story again. Yeah, it's happening again. It's happening again. It's not it's happening again. It's you happening again. It's you that's making it happen. So the three things that sabotage your relationship the most, let's recap. Number one thing that sabotages your relationship is you have expectations, regulations, and rules of how things should be, and then you're constantly disappointed and you're angry at your partner. Number two, you try and change that person to become exactly like you, which means actually you take their flavor out, you take the flavor of the relationship, you take that yin and yang, that masculine and feminine energy, you take that out because you're trying to make you the same, which will never happen, which sabotages your attraction, your sexual attraction, everything sabotages, and then it becomes flat. Don't try and change your partner to be like you. They are like them for a reason. And number three, if you are expecting your relationship to be like your relationship were in the past, which means they were cheating on you and now it's going to happen again, and you have these things that are coming with you as a garbage into your relationship, you're going to sabotage your relationship. So how do we change this? Easy. The way that you get into a healthy relationship is let the person be exactly who they want to be. If you want something to enter the relationship, you inspire by bringing more of that flavor, and they might get interested or they might not. And let it go. Let go the need to control. Now, and then what you want to do is you want to contribute with more of what you want to have back. So instead of having rules, you just keep giving love, and gratitude to the person, and you notice that the relationship becomes lighter. And number three, stop torturing your relationship with your past fears. Step into your best version and just be you in relationship, and your relationships will flourish.